By July 2026, the speed of software development had bypassed traditional human workflows. OpenAI's GPT-Live began handling simultaneous multimodal conversations with zero latency, while Google's AgentsCly allowed users to generate and deploy autonomous AI agents without a single line of code. The physical infrastructure required to sustain this data throughput is expanding at a matching scale. SpaceX recently filed for a 100,000 satellite Starlink constellation, a massive leap in orbital hardware designed to provide the gigabit bandwidth these agents require to function in real time. Cultural events are adjusting to this hyper-scaled reality. The 2026 World Cup has grown to a 104-match schedule across North America, an expansion that contributed to a 12% increase in digital advertising spend as platforms compete for a finite amount of human attention. This chart shows the prevailing assumption of the mid-2020s, that global compute capacity will follow an exponential curve toward infinite growth. We have operated under the belief that intelligence and processing power are limited only by the amount of code we can write. But every digital network is eventually tethered to a physical reality. As these systems expand, they are beginning to collide with strict mathematical and material boundaries that software alone cannot bypass. Friction is already appearing in the consumer market. Apple has begun restricting its advanced AI camera features to a €9 per month iCloud tier. The demand for local processing is so high that basic software updates are now being gated behind recurring hardware-linked subscriptions. This is the result of a global RAM crisis. AI models have absorbed the world's supply of high-performance memory, driving PC prices to a point where the market is contracting for almost everyone except Apple, whose vertical integration allows it to absorb the cost of silicon. Scale also introduces automated error. Recently, zealous AI detection systems erroneously flagged and retracted historic scientific papers written by Max Planck in the 1940s. The systems meant to manage our data are now hallucinating violations in our most foundational records. Understanding these failures requires looking back to 1997 to an astrophysics paper titled Properties of Point Mass Lenses on a Regular Polygon. It contains a proof for how systems, whether stars or servers, behave as they become more crowded. The bottlenecks of 2026 appear whenever a network reaches a specific level of density. They follow a predictable ceiling that was first quantified in the geometry of the deep universe. In deep space, mass behaves like a lens. When a galaxy cluster sits in front of a distant light source, its gravity warps the surrounding spacetime, forcing light to bend around it rather than traveling in a straight line. This is gravitational lensing. Gravity distorts the background star into multiple, magnified images. From Earth, we don't see one star, we see a fracture, distinct points of light arranged in arcs or circles. This diagram maps the mathematical boundaries of that distortion. Critical curves and caustics define the regions in space where light can be magnified. If a light source sits outside these lines, the system produces very few images. But the moment a light source crosses a caustic line, the number of images on screen changes instantly. The geometry of the mass dictates the maximum possible output of the system. Even at a galactic scale, the universe regulates its output. There is a strict limit on how much data, in the form of light, can be extracted from a system based on how the mass is distributed. Researchers Mao, Petters, and Witt wanted to know if they could force the universe to produce more images. They modeled a system where equal masses were arranged in a perfect, regular polygon to see how many mirrored images of a single star they could create. Their initial simulations tested a common hypothesis, that adding more mass nodes to the polygon would increase the image count exponentially. If you double the nodes, you should see a massive surge in the complexity of the output. The math showed the opposite. No matter how complex they made the polygon, they hit a ceiling. Instead of an exponential explosion of images, the maximum number of images grew at a fixed, predictable rate. This is the formula they derived. Nmax equals 3G plus 1. For every mass node you add, you only get 3 more images. The output isn't quadratic, it's linear. The polygon problem proved that in any network governed by these laws, adding more nodes eventually stops producing a multiplier effect. Complexity eventually hits a wall where every new unit of input only yields a static unit of output. This linear limit is now appearing in the architecture of artificial intelligence. Anthropic's research into a global workspace tries to link different cognitive nodes in a model to allow for more complex reasoning. We are discovering that AI parameters behave much like the masses in the polygon. As we add more parameters to a model, we expect a surge in capability, but we are finding that the useful output of the model is hitting a linear ceiling. The bottleneck is physical. Coordinating these disparate nodes requires an absolute amount of RAM and energy. Just as the caustic lines in space limit light, the physical properties of silicon and electricity limit how many nodes a global workspace can effectively manage before it becomes inefficient. The era of assuming that more data and more parameters would lead to exponential leaps in intelligence is ending. We have reached the linear phase of development, defined by the hard constraints of our hardware. You can see the scale of this physical limit in the energy required to power these networks. Massive solar farms, like those recently expanded in China, represent the sheer material cost of maintaining even a single percentage of our digital growth. Even these renewable sources struggle to meet the demand. Most AI infrastructure still relies on coal to provide the constant baseload power that solar cannot. Every digital breakthrough is currently anchored to a chimney. The future will be defined by those who can optimize within these linear limits. We can no longer rely on infinite scale to solve our problems. We have to innovate within the fixed geometry of the physical world. Whether we are measuring the light of a distant galaxy or the logic of a neural network, we are bound by the same laws. Progress isn't a curve that goes up forever. It's a structure that we must build, piece by piece, within the boundaries of what is physically possible.